You're walking through a vast grassland nearly 100,000 years ago. The sun is sinking below the horizon. The wind suddenly goes silent. Even the birds stop singing. Then you hear heavy footsteps behind you. Slow, deliberate, getting closer. You turn around, and two glowing eyes stare straight at you. A massive cave lion emerges from the tall grass, bigger than any lion alive today. Hundreds of pounds of muscle, teeth built to crush bone, claws that can end your life in seconds. You have no gun, no metal weapon, not even a proper spear. You can't fight it. You can't outrun it. By every law of nature, you should already be dead. So why aren't you? How did ancient humans survive a world where almost everything was stronger, faster, and built to kill? To answer that, we have to accept one uncomfortable truth. For most of human history, we weren't the hunters. We were the prey. Long before cities, farming, or written history, our ancestors lived in constant fear. Every search for food, every walk to a river, every sunset could be their last. At Swartkron's cave in South Africa, researchers found a 2-million-year-old skull with 2 puncture marks that match, tooth for tooth, the canines of a fossil leopard found in the same layer of rock. Early humans didn't just fear the food chain, they sat near the bottom of it. Children were especially vulnerable. One mistake, one hidden predator, and an entire family could lose someone forever. But the animals hunting us weren't ordinary. They were some of the deadliest predators the world has ever seen. The saber-toothed cat could ambush with terrifying speed. The enormous short-faced bear towered over almost every other land predator. Massive cave hyenas hunted in coordinated packs with bone-crushing jaws. Across different continents, cave lions, dire wolves, giant crocodiles, and countless other predators ruled the wilderness. Wherever humans walked, something stronger was already waiting. Something that had spent millions of years becoming the perfect hunter. Compared to them, humans looked like the easiest prey on Earth. But that was about to change. Because our ancestors possessed one advantage, that no claw, no fang, and no predator could ever evolve. By every biological measure, humans should have gone extinct. No claws, no powerful jaws, no thick fur, poor night vision, a weak sense of smell, average hearing. A chimpanzee was stronger than us. Big cats were faster. Bears were stronger. Human babies couldn't defend themselves for years. To every predator, we looked like the easiest meal on Earth. Then we found fire. In Barnum, England, a team led by Nick Ashton of the British Museum found scorched earth and spark-making stones dated to roughly 400,000 years ago. The earliest confirmed proof that humans built fire on purpose. That flame pushed the darkness back and kept predators at a distance. Families gathered around it, stayed warm, and passed knowledge to the next generation. Cooking made meat safer and easier to digest, more energy, and eventually, bigger brains. But fire couldn't stop a charging lion. The next advantage was in our legs. Unlike most predators, humans could keep moving long after other animals overheated. Instead of speed, our ancestors hunted with patience, following an animal for hours until exhaustion did what claws never could. Endurance kept us alive. But it wasn't the deciding factor. The deciding factor was intelligence, the ability to notice what others missed. A broken branch, a footprint in the mud, the smell of a recent kill. To most animals, these meant nothing. To our ancestors, they were clues to where danger lived and where it didn't. Humans also shared what they learned. Parents taught children. Every generation inherited knowledge instead of starting from zero. Then came the advantage that mattered most: teamwork. In Shanidar Cave, Iraq, archaeologist Ralph Selecki uncovered a Neanderthal skeleton now known as Shanidar I. He had a withered arm, a crushed eye socket, and, per anthropologist Eric Trinkos, near total deafness. Every injury had healed. He lived for years in a world where a deaf, one-armed man should have been easy prey. Alone, he would have died. His community kept him fed, protected, alive. That compassion became a survival advantage. Humans stopped relying on instinct alone. They planned. Some drove animals into narrow valleys. Others waited with weapons. Every hunt became more organized than the last. Then came the invention that changed everything: the spear. In Schoningen, Germany, Archaeologist Hartmut Tima uncovered wooden throwing spears beside the butchered bones of nearly 20 horses, dated to roughly 300,000 to 400,000 years ago, carved and balanced like a modern javelin. For the first time, our ancestors didn't have to stand within reach of claws and teeth. 5 hunters together could kill an animal none of them could defeat alone. Better weapons meant better hunts. Better hunts meant more food, bigger families, new ideas. With every generation, humans became harder to kill. As we spread across Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Americas, many of the Ice Age's largest predators slowly vanished. Scientists debate how much was climate change and how much was us, likely both. But one pattern is impossible to ignore. Wherever humans adapted, they survived. Every predator evolved one advantage: speed, strength, claws, camouflage. We got none of those. Instead, we evolved the ability to adapt. Every mistake became a lesson, passed to the next generation. Those predators disappeared, not because we became the strongest species, but because we became the most adaptable. Our greatest weapon was never our muscles. It was our ability to learn, work together, and turn every weakness into an advantage. That's how the weakest creature in the Ice Age became the last one standing.